So, okay, here's a moment of truth, right? Does any of you have a playlist for lovemaking or not? Because if you've been hitting your way to paradise all of your life, all of your intimate life, without having a playlist, then wow. Just wow. You have been getting the sensual thing wrong on some Harvard level. You all need to realize that you need to step up the game because, I mean, it can get too drappy, too repetitive, too predictable, and not to say boring when you aren't adding spice upon spice, no matter how little, when you're making love to your partner. It's hard work, I get it. You know, trying to plan and organize how you want the night to end. But once in a week, you can spring up something out of the blue and, you know, just push the love meter a notch higher than it was yesterday or than it was 2 days ago. To some of you who make love twice in a week. Silence isn't actually, you know, a turn on when you're trying to hit your strides in the bed. But music plays a bigger role when it comes to getting in between the sheets with your partner. Music can actually improve the quality of sex that you're having positively. It could positively affect your brain chemistry and help you get in the mood in order for you to get down. So whether you've got a multiple musical collection, I don't care. What I care is that you must have each specific to the position that you're in or the style that you're displaying tonight. More so, you shouldn't just play the songs, but be able to grind to the beat of the song that is playing. And you know, the funny thing is that there are just some old school romantic jams or some R&B that literally mentions making love and plenty of explicit words. So much so that these songs do the pillow talk for you without you doing as much, but just either whispering in your partner's ears what phrases catches your fancy. And I tell you, my favorite artist at the moment is Jhené Aiko. She does it for me. That girl is really nasty. She gets me with the dirts and nastiness in her songs. So I would definitely recommend some of her songs to you right up on your screen. Songs like, you know, Fairy, or one of her songs, On the Way, where she featured Mila J. You also have Justin Timberlake's song, Set the Mood, Prelude, or Until the End of Time. Those are really pretty songs that you could start up with. Now there is a reason music and sex go so well together. And it actually has to do with science in a way that music is likely to affect 3 regions of the brain: the reward or the pleasure system, the social affiliation, or call it the bonding system. And then you also have the limbic system, which processes and activates your emotions. Now, the reward system, for example, involves the dopamine and the endogenous opioids. In case you don't know what dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is linked with, you know, that is linked with desire, wanting, craving, you know, motivation or anticipation of someone or something. But in this instance, it's the anticipation of our intimate partner. It's the same feeling you get when you're exercising. Dopamine is usually released when you're exercising. That's why you have the feeling of happiness right after you've exercised. While the endogenous opioids are the hedonic response, which includes, you know, pleasure and enjoyment. Now, when these regions in the brain are triggered, these systems not only allow the pleasurable experience of sex to be amplified with music, but they also allow music to deepen your connection with your partner while subduing negative emotions. And that has to do a lot with the oxytocin. Now, it has also been proving that the percentage of couples that listen to music out loud together reportedly have more sex than couples who don't listen to music together. And the reason is that when you listen to music out loud, your neuron, that is the nerve cells that transmits information throughout the body, begins to operate at the same rate as your partner's, which releases oxytocin. And remember, oxytocin is the love hormone, and it is also responsible for the feeling of trust. So naturally, things become more intimate between you and your partner when there is music on in the bedroom. So here is how else music affects your brain when you're being intimate with your partner. It just makes sex better. All right. Now, have you ever made love and your bodies are just moving according to the beat of the song, and there is this rhythmic coordination that the song allows for? If you've never tried it before, then maybe this is just the right time to spice things up a little in the bedroom. Particularly if you're in a long-term relationship or you're married, you might find yourself returning to the same set of moves, the same set of foreplay, the same sets of activities that you have in the bedroom. And of course, while sex might still be lovely, it's not exactly giving that fireworks, all right? And that's where getting your playlist on point comes into play. There are many ways music can influence our sex drive too, especially if you've lost it. From influencing how we become attracted to a certain person to building up our confidence back in the bedroom again. Now, you also need to realize that music can heighten your sexual senses. Of course, there is a research that shows that music can have a direct impact on your genitals. So when you pair up music with consensual sexual interaction, whether they're flirtatious or you're just telling someone about a sexual story or fantasy, you would observe that your genital arousal and response increases more than when music isn't played during this interaction. I don't know if you've ever, noticed this. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever noticed this, that when you're having an interaction, especially when you're telling a sexual story and there is a music playing on, there is this arousal that you get compared to when there is no music being played. And another reason, again, music is good for intimate movement is because musical rhythm can boost creativity in a bedroom. It just influences how our bodies move and flow to particular beats. And it may make you less worried about movements during sex and, lead to more creativity in the bedroom. You will notice that you're riding to the beat, and that alone makes a lot of sense in the bedroom. And then for those who are worried and nervous about sex, music can offer another sensation for your mind to focus on because it's going to reduce nervousness and increase your confidence within the bedroom. And then again, certain lyrics in songs can help you and your partner communicate with each other. Because lyrics can be a good form of love language that can help you communicate and express your emotions, especially when you're that sort of person who shies away from talking dirty and that kind of stuff. So you could just repeat the phrases that you get or that you hear from the music as your sexual form of expression to your partner. And also don't forget that music has a power to help make the moments between you and your lovebird more memorable. Just one day sit and you remember that move she made on you in the bed that got your tummy rumbling. And trust me, when you and your partner are in this kind of place where a song just reminds you of that intimate moment you both shared, especially in their absence, it can lead to more arousal. It can lead to you getting more, bondedly attached to your partner, even when they're not around. However, when you're in the heat of the moment, don't let the music drown your senses. It's very important to make sure that the music doesn't drown out the sensation. Because if the music is too loud or has too many sounds that are trying to compete with one another, it may just become hard to concentrate on what you both are manifesting, and that means that you or your partner can lose the mood when you're trying to get it on. So here are some of the best songs that I have listed out for you guys from the top of my head. They're really sensual. It could take your bedroom activity to the next level. The Take by Torin Lanez. You also have Jeremy, Birthday Sex. You also have 6 Feet Under by Billie Eilish. Wanna Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys. You also have High for This by Original and The Weeknd. And then almost all of Jhené Aiko's songs are very sexual. So yeah, there you have it. Now you could go do a concert with your lover and come back to give me your situation report as to whether you observed any difference in the way things turned out as opposed to when you cared not to have, a playlist. Alrighty, until next time, keep enjoying your life. Mwah.